Hello, everyone. Welcome to the New Jersey Association for College Admissions Counseling Virtual College Fair. We have an incredible list of presenters for you this afternoon. But first, I have just a couple of housekeeping items for you. First of all, this is a webinar, so your camera and your microphones are off, so our panelists cannot see or hear you this afternoon. Secondly, this is an awesome way to learn about colleges, other colleges, and so feel free to sign up for more sessions. In the next 2 hours, there'll be 2 more sessions that you can sign up for. And the recording of this can be found at strivescan.com/New Jersey within about a week. We also know that you might have some questions during the presentation, so don't hesitate to go ahead and put those questions in the Q&A at the bottom of your screen. Write your question or type your question, and then also list the institution name that you're directing your question to so our panelists can answer appropriately. So without further ado, I'm going to turn things over to our list of schools. So first up, you're going to have the opportunity to hear from the University of Westminster whenever you're ready. You might still be on mute. There you go.
Good evening, everyone, or good afternoon, I should say. I'm just going to try resharing my screen with you. That all went a bit wrong then, sorry. But a great start anyhow. So I'm from the University of Westminster in London. My name's Jane, and I support students who are coming to join us to study from the Americas. So at any point, you're welcome to get in touch with me, and my contact details will be on the slides throughout, and I'll share them at the end of the session as well. So happy to help with any admissions questions, and this is just a really brief overview about us. So the University of Westminster was set up in London in the early 1800s to teach Londoners professional skills. And that really reflects what we are today, both very much part of the city, right in the centre of London, and all that that has to offer our students. But it's also about our teaching style and the subjects that we offer, which I'll go through. But it's very much about professional applied teaching. And we're slightly different to some institutions. So we focus very much on professional accreditations, and a lot of our academics have current work experience in their fields. So we're not a traditional university as such, although we do have a very long history. When you're looking at programs, obviously you want to look at the location, the type of learning environment you want to be in. We see it, we're really international, we reflect London, great mix and really welcoming, and that you should be aware that, we're really used to teaching students from a real mix of educational backgrounds from all over the world. So have a look through if you're interested and find out more. If you don't know and you're not familiar, the UK is very small, but London obviously right in the heart of access for transport links. So in terms of you coming and going from home, but also visiting other cities, getting to know the countries, and also our European neighbours in normal times when you can travel is another great benefit of being so well located. So I think the screen's frozen for everybody. There we go. This is just a brief map of central London. If you're not familiar with London, central London's actually really small. It's very safe. It's very easy to get around. And we have buildings that are part of the city. So if anyone does know, Oxford Street is the main shopping area in London. That's where we have our original building, our Regent Street campus. Baker Street you might have heard of for Madame Tussauds if you've been here as a tourist, or know for Sherlock Holmes. So really centrally located sites there. You don't have to travel between our sites. You'd study usually at one campus, although you can use the facilities across the university as you wish. But you can walk between these central London campuses in about 15 minutes, just to give you an idea. And then 25 minutes from the centre, we have our Digital and Creative Industries at our Harrow campus. That's next to Wembley Stadium, for anyone who's a soccer fan and will recognise that. So you're not talking large distances at all. We have accommodation either on the site of our campuses, these buildings, or maybe a 20 to 25 minute journey from them. So this is a really brief overview of what we offer, and you'll notice from the images that each of our buildings is really different. So when you're looking at Westminster, do look for the subject area in the department. So looking on social media, we've got great YouTube videos. You can get in touch with students, find out more directly on different social media platforms. But this campus is fairly modern, fairly small, and we do things like nutrition, psychology, which are really popular with students from the US. This is our Regent Street campus, our original listed building, much more traditional, what you'd expect, things like international relations, museums and gallery studies. We really make use of the location, and we work in conjunction with some of the top museums and galleries in London for that subject. And we're trying to reflect that across all the subjects that we offer. This is our business school and architecture, which we're very well known for. That's the Baker Street site. You can have a look around. That's a bigger campus, and you've got a real range of subjects there. Things like marketing communications, we're very well known for. And different again, this is our Harrow site. This is digital creative industries. We've got BAFTA award winners, Oscar nominations, some fantastic music alumni. So a very modern, collaborative feel for this campus, accommodation on site. And yeah, if you'd like to find out more, then you're welcome to look into all the courses in more detail after this session. So we have accommodation, like all universities. We've got our self-catered, so you get your own room and your own bathroom, and you share a kitchen, and that's fairly standard across the UK. For entry requirements for this year, we've got information on our website and for future years, so do have a look more, but we are accepting students directly, being test optional. For 2021. For 2022, we've got information on the website, but do get in touch if you've got anything different. I think it's the same for everyone today. We're trying to adapt to the changes and take students where we can. Our costs, so you're looking at about $20,000 per year, and that's 3 years for a degree in England. So that's a 3-year program, $20,000 per year. We are certified for US federal aid. We have a scholarship scheme, so you can look at our scholarship options as well if you'd like. And we always like to try and say, you know, people worry about London because they think, is it an expensive option? Actually, it can be really affordable. And if you're looking at out-of-state study already, you might find if you think about 3 years of the study costs, if you do a 4-year degree and do a placement, you don't pay their tuition fee for that year. And then working out your kind of living costs, we've got some guidance there. And we've also got lots on our website you can look at and see that actually choosing to study in London can be a relatively affordable option when you're looking at your comparisons. So you've got my contact details there. Welcome to get in touch with any questions, either now in the session or afterwards. And do take a look at our website for more information as well. And thank you very much.
Jane, thank you again to you and the University of Westminster. Next up, I'd like to introduce to you all American College Dublin, whenever you're ready.
Hi everyone, I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen. Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Sarah and I am an admissions counselor here at the American College of Dublin. So also if you hear me refer to it as ACD, just know that's what I'm talking about. So ACD is in the heart of Dublin, right on Marion Square. So we're in a really great central part of Dublin. So I wanted to start out the presentation by looking at this picture with all of you. So if you bring your view kind of to the end of the street, you'll see St. Anne's Church. And that's where the students at ACD will have their formal graduation ceremony. So there's something for you to look forward a little further down the road. And then if you bring your view a little further back and look at the street as a whole, you'll see that there's a lot going on. There's plenty of stores and restaurants and pubs and libraries and a lot of just different little spots to discover. I'll talk about that a little further into the presentation, but just know that you will not get bored in Dublin. So ACD is an Irish American university, and what that means is that we uphold the standards of accrediting bodies from both Ireland and the United States through the Quality and Qualifications Ireland and the Middle States Commission on Higher Education. So how we like to describe this to our students is that you are able to really choose a path that you think fits you the best as a student. So through the qualifications, the Quality and Qualifications Ireland, you can take a path that's not too familiar to American students. You usually know it as the 4-year undergrad degree, and you take some classes outside of your chosen area of study. But through this, it would be a 3-year track. And you would just take the courses in your major. And then but then on the other side, you can use the Middle States Commission on Higher Education and kind of do that 4-year track that's pretty standard here in the US, and take those types of classes that are outside of your degree and classes that you wouldn't necessarily think to take. So another thing about the American College of Dublin is our small interactive lectures. We are a fairly small school, so that means that our classes are usually less than 20 students. I was able to get out to Dublin before all of this craziness happened and sit in on some classes, and I would say it ranges more from 7 to 12. We do this because it allows an extremely interactive experience within the classroom with discussion, debate, and of course a sprinkle of Irish wit. But we really like to do this because we want the classroom to be as open as possible and for you to have really great discussions with your peers and your professor. We also want it to be very interactive. So there's a lot of videos, pictures being used. It's not just a boring lecture of just the professor speaking to you. So that's why we think it's so important to have these small classes. So Dublin is your campus, and we really want you to take advantage of that. Dublin is a great city with a lot to discover, and we want you to do that. We want you to be able to be in the classroom and have these discussions with your peers and your professors and learn things in your readings, but also go out into the city and being able to make that connection. We think that that will make your educational experience very well-rounded, and it'll make you more excited to learn, thinking about getting out and actually being able to see everything that you're talking about. So these are the courses we offer. So we have the 3-year bachelor's, which I spoke about before, through the Quality and Qualifications Ireland, and that's in international business and liberal arts. And then we have the 4-year bachelor's in international business, hospitality management, event management, liberal arts with those specializations, and then 4-year BFAs in musical theater, performance, and creative writing. Another thing that we're really excited about is our internship modules. So this is a capstone module for those following programs. And we think it's really important because you as a student will be able to participate in an internship in a business environment. And it'll really get you ready for life after school if you choose to be in that business environment. But not only that, we think that it gives our students that boost of confidence because you're interacting with real life people and being put in real life situations. So ACD welcomes applicants from every corner of the globe. And because of this, we're really aimed at gathering a holistic view of our applicant. We really want to get to know who you are as a student, what drives you, what your passions are. So, we know that when we admit you, you will be a good fit for ACD and will be a really good fit for you. So for us, it's all about making that connection. And, bottom line, we just want to get to know who you are. And because of this, we have a minimum 2.0 GPA verified by transcript, and then a personal statement or cover letter that describes why you would like to study your chosen area at ACD. So I like to tell students that this is kind of their time to shine. This is their time to show us who you are, what you're passionate about, and what drives you, as I said before. So this is really your opportunity to kind of advocate for yourself and paint the most vibrant, beautiful picture of you that you can. And the rest of these things are optional. Again, we would love to see them, but if you don't want to share them, we totally get it. So this is the tuition and fees. For non-EU, it's €9,000, and then for the BFA, it's a little more just because of different locations and things you need for the class. Thank you so much. Again, my name is Sarah. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out during this or afterwards via email. Thanks so much.
Sarah, thanks again to you and American College Dublin. Next up, you will get the opportunity to hear from Brock University.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I believe that I am sharing my screen now. Courtney, let me know if there's any issues, but it
You're
looks
all
like we're
good.
going on a tour of the globe today. So hi, everyone, and thank you for watching. My name is Karen Dancy, and I'm an international recruitment officer with Brock University, which is located in Canada, and I'm the regional representative for New Jersey. I'm also a proud two-time alumna of Brock, so I'm always happy to speak about the student experience. My email's on the screen. I'll also put it in the chat box if you want to talk further after the presentation. So Brock University is a public mid-sized Canadian university with just over 19,000 students and more than 100 different countries represented on campus. About 13% of our student body are students from outside of Canada. Brock University also offers over 100 different program options across 7 diverse faculties with 40 co-op programs available. Now, while Brock may have the resources and benefits of a larger school, we do still operate on the seminar system. It's actually one of the reasons why I chose to study at Brock, because it does allow students to benefit from the smaller class sizes in tutorials, seminars, and labs. Now here's a map of Canada. You can find Brock in Southern Ontario. We're very close to the New York border and only about a 20-minute drive from the Niagara Falls and 30 minutes drive from Toronto. Brock's campus is located in the city of St. Catharines, which has approximately 160,000 residents and is ranked one of the safest and warmest cities in Canada. So you'll be hearing more about the many benefits of studying abroad during this webinar, but I did want to point out a few things about Canada. So all of our degrees are accepted worldwide, including back in the US, should you want to return for work or graduate studies. We are also an affordable option for high quality education. So our tuition is around $20,000 US per year, and we do accept FAFSA if you do qualify. You are also able to work as an international student in Canada while you study. So you can see a photo of our beautiful main campus located on top of the Niagara Escarpment. We are the only university in North America located on a UNESCO World Biosphere Reserve. The aerial photo does show our entire main campus, including our residence buildings. All of our residences are right on campus, just a few steps away from our academic and athletic buildings. It takes just about 10 to 15 minutes to walk from one side of campus to the other. And in exciting news, we are the site for the Canada Summer Games. So we will be opening our brand new track and field sporting facility this year. So we did ask our international students why they chose Brock. As you can see, the top 5 reasons are on the screen. So Brock does offer a safe and affordable option. In comparison to Toronto, a 1-bedroom apartment is about 67% less expensive on average. So if you calculate that over the span of a 4-year degree, that's quite a lot of money that you'll be saving in your pocket. As I mentioned earlier, Brock is a larger university with the benefits of a smaller school. So we do offer personalized international student support. So you are able to take part in transitional and ongoing academic, language, and social programming. We have also been ranked #1 in Canada for mental health support services and #2 for overall student satisfaction. So Brock does put a lot of effort and resources into our student services to ensure that you are equipped to succeed. We also do offer experiential education in 100% of our programs. This can range from field courses to global internships to paid co-op work terms, and is one of the reasons why Brock graduates enjoy one of the highest rates of postgraduate employment, with 96.5% finding work after graduating. We also do offer 2 Program Plus enhanced degree offerings for students interested in later pursuing a career in medicine or law. These are our Med Plus and Law Plus programs. So we do have over 70 undergraduate programs and 49 graduate programs in applied health sciences, business, education, humanities, fine and performing arts, math and science, and then lastly, where I'm from, the Faculty of Social Sciences. We do also offer 40 co-op programs, as I mentioned. So co-op is the opportunity to get paid, relevant work experience during your degree. On average, our co-op students get at least 12 months of paid relevant work experience throughout a 4-year undergraduate degree. Any program on the screen that has the blue dot beside it means that it is a co-op program. You can explore all of our programs at www.brocku.ca/programs. So I did want to briefly speak about our admissions process, as it is a little different than the US. So first off, we will never require the SAT or ACT. We also do not require references or personal essays for most undergraduate programs. These are typically only required if you decide to apply to select optional scholarships. Undergraduate admissions is primarily based on your academic average, And we do offer guaranteed entrance scholarships to students with the equivalent of an A- or higher admissions average coming from high school. So at Brock, we do offer rolling admissions and are currently accepting applications for September 2021 for most programs. You can apply directly at brocku.ca, and the application process is done completely online. We also do offer start dates in January and May of each year. So all program requirements are transparently listed on each program website that can be accessed at brocku.ca/programs. All Brock students also have access to an academic advisor throughout their time at Brock. So advisors can help you determine your academic plan, and they can also help you with your course planning. I have found that one of the best ways to get a sense of a campus or a school community is to check out their social media. So I do definitely want to encourage you to get connected with us online. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at BrockUINTL. That's our international page. And then our main one is at Brock University. And then finally, should you want to connect with me following the presentation, feel free to scan the QR code. This will bring you to an online booking page where you can book a follow-up one-on-one call with me, or you can always email me. Once again, my name is Karen Dancy, and my email is kdancy@brocku.ca. Thank you so much.
Karen, thanks so much to you and Brock University. Aren't you guys having fun? This is such a great way to see so many institutions in a short amount of time. So next up, you have the opportunity to hear from the University College Cork.
All right, thank you so much, and happy St. Patrick's Day Eve, everybody. My name is Maggie Cardosi, and I represent University College Cork in Ireland, and I actually enjoyed studying in Ireland so much. I did it twice, so it's my pleasure to share with you a little bit about a place that I definitely consider to be my second home, and I hope that you'll consider your home as well someday. So a little bit about Cork City. We are located in the southern part of the country near the south coast, and we're the second largest city in Ireland. A recent Lonely Planet review said that everything good in Ireland can be found in Cork, and I definitely can't argue with that. Not only does Cork have a reputation for being a very safe, friendly, and very welcoming city, it's also very walkable. It's very easy to get from one side to the other, and you should rarely ever have to get a public bus if you don't want to. And it's also, there's no shortage of things to do in Cork, even though we are a relatively small city with around 200,000 people altogether. We're over-indexed when it comes to culture, so there is no shortage of museums, galleries, theaters, concert halls, and fantastic restaurants to keep you busy. It's also very easy to get to the rest of Ireland from Cork. Cork, the county of Cork itself, is home to some of Ireland's most beautiful heritage sites, beaches, and landscapes. And it's very easy to get to other cities like the capital city of Dublin, Galway, or Limerick by bus or by train. We also have an airport just 4 miles from our campus. So if you want to spend your weekends in Europe or beyond, it's very easy to do as well. And speaking of our campus, there we are, just there. We're a quick 15-minute walk from the heart of Cork City, so a great balance of university life and city life. Our campus dates from 1845 and is a great mix of both the modern and the historic. Everything you need is just there. We're number one for the student experience in Ireland, with over 200 different clubs, activities, and support services at your fingertips to make sure that you are integrated and happy and well supported as part of our campus community. We have over 130 different undergraduate degree programs, which are internationally recognized. We are ranked in the top 2% of universities worldwide, which means that your degree, whatever it is that you choose to study, is going to mean something wherever you decide to take your degree when you graduate. Our 22,000 students come from all over the world and represent 104 different countries. So you'll be living and studying with students, not just from Ireland, but from the United States, Canada, India, China, and many other countries. We're also very proud of our sustainability practices on campus. We're the world's first green campus and in the top 10, actually number 9 worldwide for sustainability. So if you are particularly interested in the human impact on the environment and you'd like to combat climate change, you are definitely going to be part of a like-minded and supportive community on our campus. When it comes to our degree programs, they can be either 3 or 4 years in length, and they are all direct entry honors programs, which means that we don't have gen ed requirements, and you do need to have a relatively good idea of what you'd like to study at the time of application. Our over 130 different programs are from across 4 different colleges: the College of Arts, Celtic Studies, and Social Science, Science, Engineering, and Food Science, Business and Law, and Medicine and Health. And while we have pretty much everything you can find at an American university, we also have some relatively unique programs like anthropology, criminology, forensic chemistry, psychology and computing, applied international geosciences, and public health sciences that would either be particularly unique to UCC or it would be difficult to find at the undergraduate level in the United States. And practical education is the cornerstone of our curriculum at UCC. So almost every single one of our degree programs is going to include some element of practical learning, whether it's fieldwork, internship courses, paid work placements, or study abroad opportunities folded into the curriculum of that course to ensure that you are both world and work ready when you leave us. And part of, speaking of work ready, we are a leader for industry engagement in Ireland. So up there in the right-hand corner, I put a sampling of the different companies that we work with as our employer partners in a few different industries that are particularly well known in Cork City. So it's because of these partnerships that our students are highly sought after, and over 94% of our students are employed or engaged in further study within 6 months of graduation. So it's great to know that your investment in your education is definitely going to pay off once you leave us. Another thing worth mentioning is that we're relatively cost effective as well. So the average cost of attendance for your year is going to be around $34,000 US. So that's your tuition and living expenses. And we do have scholarships available for international students as well. Just a couple things about our application process. It's fairly straightforward. You can apply directly to us on our website, and we do rolling admission from around December 10th every year. We look for a minimum 3.0 unweighted GPA or a 26 IB total, and although it is worth noting that some of our more competitive courses may look for as high as a 3.7 GPA or a 36 IB. You will also, we do on our website, we look for SAT or ACT, but we have waived those requirements for this year because of the pandemic. And we look at other different qualifications as well, AP, honors courses, SAT2 subject tests, if you've taken those, and a few other things. So do reach out if you have any questions about that. So I will leave it at that for now. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me or scan that handy QR code. But as they say in Ireland, go Ramila Maget, and thanks for listening.
Margaret, thanks so much to you and University College Cork. Next up, you'll have the opportunity to hear from Falmouth University.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for attending this session. My name is Jackie Christopher, and I'm with Falmouth University. And Falmouth University is a creative industries university. And what that means is if you're really focused in the arts, this is definitely the place for you. We have creative industry focused degrees that allow you to gain work experience and have that experience on professional equipment as soon as you start your studies at Falmouth. And the thing about the creative industries in the UK, it's the fastest growing sector in the UK economy. So that even speaks to the level of how important it is to make sure our students gain those industry skills prior to graduating. I am based in New York, so if you have any questions, please feel free to reach me. And let me see here. So next we are going to go into just Falmouth University in general. So just to let you know, we started as the School of Art in 1902, but we became an established university in 2012. We are a small, medium-sized university with almost 5,000 students. So you do get that personal attention, and you can, it's not too big, but not too small. This is actually an incorrect stat about the safest university in England and Wales. We were 4th to the 2nd safest university in England and Wales, and that statistic just came out recently. We also have 2 campuses, and they are 15 to 20 minutes apart, and you have access to both campuses, especially for cross-departmental projects. So just to tell you a little bit about our location, we are located in Southwest England in the county of Cornwall. So if you don't know where Cornwall is or what Cornwall is, it's a beautiful county in Southwest England. It's actually where many people go for tourism and to relax and see the beautiful towns, and you probably have seen them if you're just searching online. And this is actually a picture of the beachside town in Falmouth, not too far away from campus. So we are as I said, we are very close to the beach. We're about 5-10 minutes away from the beach. Students have access to, if you are the type of student who loves the outdoor activities, biking, swimming, sailing, surfing, then this is a great option for you. The closest airport is Newquay, which is 40 minutes away. We're approximately 5 hours away from London by train. But if you fly into Heathrow, we do have an airport collection service offered to all first-year international students. Now, remember I was talking about the creative industries and the type of creative arts programs that we have available. These are 9 diverse departments. And as you can see, they're very diverse. But so yeah, our bachelor's degrees, because we're in England, they're 3 years. And the reason why they're 3 years is because you're not doing any prerequisites, you're going directly into the subjects. But we do offer 2-year degrees and 4-year degrees. There's a few rare degrees that are 2 years, and you would have to continue your education all the way through summer. But hey, at least you save 2 years worth of tuition, living expenses, then compared to studying back in the States. So the other benefit with Falmouth is that we are a vibrant creative community. So we are very proactive. You're gaining all these different networks that are in the creative industries and communities. For example, you might be a dance student but need someone to film your work, and we have that available. So it's a really vibrant, really, really cool community. And a lot of students are big on sustainability and kind of bohemian, but there's also some really tech cool students too, because we also have gaming as well. So it's a bit of a range. Life in Falmouth is also very affordable. Cornwall is one of the cheapest counties to live in the UK. Transport and entertainment are affordable. Part-time jobs are easy to find and abundant. Falmouth is a touristic place with plenty of hotels, bars, cafes, restaurants, and attractions. And the university also employs students on a part-time basis, cafeteria, cafes, cleaning, student ambassadors, and etc. So there's 2 options to apply. One of them is through UCAS, which is kind of like the common app or for the UK system, or you can apply directly to our free online application. Now, when you apply, we do not require SATs, ACTs, or APs. What we do look at is your high school transcript, your essay, personal statement, but the major chunk of it is your portfolio and interview. There was also one other thing I wanted to mention. I'm forgetting. Oh, and yes, I remember. And we also have rolling admissions. And our tuition is roughly £16,000, which is roughly about $34,000 a year. Remember, it's a 3-year degree, but also we offer 2-year degrees and 4-year degrees. So if you have any questions about Falmouth, please reach out to me. This is my contact details. I'm Jackie. I hope you have a great evening and thank you for watching.
Jackie, thanks so much to you and Falmouth University. Those of you listening, please don't hesitate to put those last minute questions in the Q&A. Our panelists will be watching that. Our final presentation tonight will be from Goldsmiths, University of London.
All right, everyone, just give me 1 second. Hello, my name is Will. I'm the International Officer at Goldsmiths, University of London. I'm based in Brooklyn, New York. And Goldsmiths is a top-tier public research institution. We were founded in 1891 and have been part of the University of London since 1904. We have around 10,000 students on our campus, so we are a medium-sized school, very diverse population. About 35% of our students come from outside of the UK. More than half our students are students of color. We have a sizable LGBTQ population on campus. We also have no lecture halls on our campus, so you will have all small lectures, seminar-style and workshop-style courses, often no more than 20 students in a class. We've also committed to our Green New Deal, and we have implemented many initiatives on campus to reach our goal of carbon neutrality by 2025. For instance, we've banned beef on our campus, single-use plastics, and we've divested our endowments from fossil fuels. And we are located, as our name suggests, in the wonderful city of London. You've already heard a little bit about it from my colleague at Westminster earlier, but we are located a little bit outside the city center in Southeast London. Our neighborhood is called New Cross. And it's just a short 10-minute train ride right to London Bridge and the Shard, which will give you amazing access to the rest of the city. But we are in more of a neighborhood, so it's a bit quieter than central London. It's a really diverse neighborhood. We have cuisine from all over the world. It's not just fish and chips and tea. We have residence halls located both on campus and just off, so it's a quick little walk from your residence to class every day. Our campus also is really bustling. We have music venues nearby, amazing art galleries and coffee shops and restaurants, cafes. We have a college green on our campus, which is a great place to enjoy some of the sunnier days in London. Our academics focus on the fine and performing arts, humanities, social sciences. We have an undergraduate business school, school of law, education, and social work. We are ranked in the top 100 in the world for the arts and humanities, and 8 of our 18 departments are among the world's top 50. Additional 2 are in the top 100. We're extremely well known for media communications. Inside of that school is our journalism school and our screen school for film and television. We also are extremely well known for art and design. We have the most Turner Prize winners of any university in the UK. And we also place large emphasis on undergraduate research, and we are number 21 in the UK for the quality and international significance of our citations. We have 3 faculties at Goldsmiths and about 75 undergraduate degree programs inside of them. This is a non-exhaustive list, but it gives you an idea of what we do offer on our campus. You've heard a lot about the UK education system, but I will also reiterate that we have 3-year bachelor's degrees at Goldsmiths, and it's direct entry to all programs. And we do also have that post-study work visa you can take advantage of and remain in the UK for up to 2 years after you graduate. Goldsmiths requires a 3.0 unweighted GPA to apply. We have gone test optional for this year and next, so any current seniors or juniors do not require test scores, but I have included them on this slide in case you are perhaps a sophomore or freshman. We also are through UCAS, so that's how you'll apply to Goldsmiths. You can find all application requirements on our website for each individual program, but the general deadline for all of our applications is 15th of January, and we do require portfolios or interviews for some of our programs, particularly in the fine and performing arts. Tuition and financial aid looks pretty similar to all the other schools that you have heard from today. Tuition ranges from about £16,000 to £23,000. And we do offer international scholarships to all of our students that you can apply for. And You also can use Federal Direct, Parent Plus, or some other kinds of funding that you might receive from the federal government. The total cost of attendance annually is under $40,000 per year, depending on which course you study. That includes food, transportation, housing, tuition, everything is all included there. Visa fees, health insurance, etc. Our accommodation is mixed gender, and we do house undergraduate students separately from our postgrad population. We do guarantee accommodation for you in your first year as long as you apply by the deadline, which is typically late June for housing. And after the first year, most of our students do move off campus. The University of London provides a very extensive private housing guide for when you choose to make that move off of our campus. Our suites house up to 8 students, and you share a kitchen and living space inside of each suite. We also give students their own room and own bathroom. So it's much nicer, I suppose, than what you might be used to compared to American dorms. And you'll also get support from Goldsmiths Career Service for up to 3 years after graduation. We do provide 1,500 work placements annually for our students. Those can be done in London or outside of the UK. We do also have an enterprise hub opening next year on our campus that will act as a business incubator. We have a very high entrepreneurial spirit on our campus. About 15% of our students will start their own business within 1 year of graduation. So with that, please check out our social media and our website for our virtual tour, and my email address is there in case you have any questions going forward.
Will, thanks so much to you and Goldsmiths. Now I'd like to invite all of the panelists tonight to turn back on their cameras, and I'm going to ask you to go round robin and answer either this question: what's your favorite event or tradition on campus, or give an interesting fun fact about your school. So you guys can do either one. So fun fact or event or tradition on campus. So we'll start with University of Westminster.
So fun fact, hopefully fun fact, we have a cinema, and it's the birthplace of British cinema, and it's open now, and it was where the first moving image picture in the UK and I think Europe was shown to the public in the 1800s. And you can come and visit it now. It's open to everyone.
Hi, everyone. I will also be doing a fun fact. So the building that our school is actually in was the childhood home of Oscar Wilde. So there's a lot of history within our 4 walls, you know, the second you walk in, and we've tried to keep it as historically accurate, you know, with the stained glass windows and the paint inside and outside. So we love that one.
I'm kind of going to do a fun fact and a tradition all in one. So Brock is located in the Niagara region, which is a world famous cool climate winemaking region. We actually have over 200 wineries within 50 kilometers of our campus. And every on orientation week in September, we do what we call the grape stomp. So we get the excess grapes from neighboring wineries, students get into teams, and we stomp the grapes. The president comes, it's a lot of fun, and it basically just turns into a gigantic food fight.
Mine is also kind of both a tradition and a fun fact all in one. So it is tradition during exam time to rub the nose of the statue of George Boole that's in front of the Boole Library on campus. And if you look really closely, his nose is actually worn down. And if you don't know who George Boole is, he was not only our first professor of mathematics, but he also created Boolean algebra or Boolean logic, which laid the foundation for the information and digital ages. So if you are watching this presentation on a computer or at all, you have him to thank. So you're welcome.
Fun fact about Falmouth University. So the G7 Summit will be hosted in the summer in Cornwall and Falmouth, which is really exciting. But the BBC will be utilizing our studios to present the G7 Summit, which is really, really exciting.
Some events that Goldsmiths is really involved in London are the London International Festival of Theatre, and we also put on Pure Gold, which is a music festival that's very well attended in London. And we also do a lot of things with art galleries in the city. We have an exhibitions hub, so our students do sort of present everywhere and exhibit everywhere throughout the city.
Well, thank you so much. Audience, I'd like you to take a look at these awesome professionals that you see on your screen. They are all here to help you throughout this process, whether you go close to home, whether you go far from home, there is someone like one of them at every single institution that you're really looking at. And so make sure that you reach out to them and ask them all of your questions. With that, thank you so much for attending this afternoon. As you close out, there'll be a quick 4-question survey, so please provide us some feedback. Sign up for more sessions. There's some coming up here in 15 minutes and then in an hour and 15 minutes. And the recording of this session, along with all the other sessions that are being recorded this evening, will be available within a week at strivescan.com/New Jersey. Have a good one, everyone, and have a little fun in that college search. Bye-bye.